First here, bad day for Binance with SEC investigation and Reuters expose. The SEC is investigating whether Binance Holdings broke securities rules when it launched its BNB token in an initial coin offering 5 years ago, Bloomberg reported on June 6th. Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange with a market capitalization of over $1 billion. Binance's native token, BNB, is the fifth largest cryptocurrency with a market capitalization of over $600 million. The Binance ICO took place in July 2017 on several platforms. According to Bloomberg, at least one U.S. resident claimed to have taken part in the ICO. The SEC has claimed most cryptocurrencies are securities and brought cases against several ICO projects. In a 2020 blog post, Binance founder and CEO Changpeng Zhao, often known as CZ, explained that the company modified the wording of the BNB white paper in January 2019 to avoid being misunderstood as a security in certain jurisdictions. Binance's U.S. subsidiary, Binance US, was established later that year. On May 6th, Reuters published an extensive special report detailing allegations that Binance processed approximately $2.35 billion in transactions from hacks, investment frauds, and narcotic sales between 2017 and 2021, potentially without strong KYC AML protections in place. Reuters highlights several cases where proceeds from hacks have been laundered through Binance, including the Ether-based hack by North Korean hacker group Lazarus. Binance's association with Russian-language drug mart Hydra has also raised eyebrows. Binance spokesman denies findings by Reuters, stating that the report is inaccurate and uses unverified information. The exchange told Forbes that the report is an opinion piece that is misinformed and uses old data from 2019. Binance is already the subject of several U.S. federal investigations, including another SEC probe. The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or CFTC, began an investigation of the exchange's trading practices last year. Binance Markets United Kingdom branch was ordered to cease activities by the Financial Conduct Authority after a review of its operations last year. Additionally, Binance was ordered to cease operations in Ontario last June, although it remained active in the Canadian province until March of this year. So if you guys utilize Binance, I know you're not able to utilize it in the US from my understanding, but if you guys utilize Binance, definitely something to look into. See if you want to keep your money on there, if you trust that everything is going to go smooth. Up next here, New York's push to ban crypto mining triggers response from the community. As the state of New York moves closer to passing a bill that will ban proof-of-work mining, members of the crypto community are expressing their disagreement with the proposed legislation through social media. Jake Chervinsky, the head of policy at Blockchain Association, explained in a Twitter thread that the proposed mining ban in New York, will not actually reduce carbon emissions. He argues that the ban will only push miners to locate their operations in other areas where the state has no jurisdiction. Chervinsky is hopeful the New York Governor Kathy Hochul will veto the bill, noting that it sends a message that crypto is not welcome in the state. If the bill gets implemented, Chervinsky mentioned that it will be a policy error from the world's financial capital. I think that he's very smart. I think that people are like, we have to ban this, and because there's pressure on them, but that's not always the case because people are just going to go somewhere else to do it. United States senatorial candidate Bruce Fenton also opposed the move. In a tweet, he said that governments do not have the right to control which software people should run. He noted that code is speech, implying that the ban is a move against freedom of speech. Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, also expressed agreement with Fenton's sentiment. He believes that the government should not dictate which applications are acceptable uses of power, and instead suggests implementing carbon pricing. The proceeds from this carbon pricing could then be used to financially compensate users with low incomes. The bill to ban POW mining was approved by the New York State Senate on June 3rd. If approved by the governor, the bill will ban mining in the state and would hinder the renewal of previously approved mining permits. During the push to ban mining, New York Attorney General Letitia James warned investors against investing in cryptocurrencies. In an investor alert, James explained that many people are losing money by investing in cryptocurrencies and that even some of the more established projects could fail. Just like stocks, they could tank. Right? It's very similar, it's just new. So I'm sure when stocks just first started coming out, There was a lot of skepticism around that too. I hope that this bill does not pass, especially in New York. I mean, that's a big, like they said, a big financial hub. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. Up next here, IRA Financial Trust to sue Gemini over $36 million crypto asset exploit back in February. IRA Financial Trust has filed a lawsuit against cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, alleging that the exchange was negligent in safeguarding customers' digital assets during a critical exploit. The firm's client accounts were held in Gemini's custody. On February 8th, a breach led to the siphoning of $36 million in crypto assets from customers' accounts via unauthorized withdrawals. Both companies have blamed each other for the loss of funds. An allegedly fake 911 call coincided with the time of the hack, which distracted many of IRA Financial Trust employees from their desks. Gemini possesses security features such as two-factor authentication, whitelisting withdrawal addresses, and fraud detection algorithms to avoid single points of failure in its security systems. IRA Financial Trust has accused Gemini of having a security flaw that allowed hackers to gain access to clients' accounts. The firm claimed that there was a single point of failure within Gemini's API systems and that a mastery key existed that could bypass all security measures. IRA Financial Trust claimed that hackers were able to gain control of the master key and commit crimes. One scenario for the breach is that there were allegedly unencrypted, unsecured email exchanges between Gemini and IRA Financial Trust. IRA Financial Trust denies that Gemini ever informed them about the power of the master key. This lawsuit comes less than a month after the two parties attempted to settle the issue out of court. The IRA Financial Trust says that if they win the lawsuit, they will use the damages to reimburse investors. In a statement to Cointelegraph, representatives from Gemini rejected the allegations made in the lawsuit. They affirmed that their security standards are very high and that they are constantly working to improve them. They also explained that when they were notified of the security incident by IRA Financial, they took quick action to try to prevent any more funds from being lost. That's kind of a risk you take by keeping your money on exchanges. Hard wallets we feel like are more secure, not that nothing could ever happen to that. But just always be mindful of what you're doing. Make sure that you're being smart with your money, who you're investing in, where you're putting your money. Be as smart as you can be. Anything can happen. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. Amid crypto bear market, institutional investors scoop up Bitcoin. Digital asset investment products registered positive inflows last week. The gains were mainly concentrated in Bitcoin funds, signaling a more cautious approach to crypto allocation on the part of institutional investors. Bitcoin investment products have seen inflows totaling $126 million in the week ending Saturday, according to the latest fund flows report from CoinShares. Year-to-date, Bitcoin investment funds have added $506 million in net inflows. Investors are appearing to allocate to Bitcoin at the expense of Ether and other altcoins. Funds saw $32 million in outflows for Ether, marking the 9th consecutive week of declines. Outflows from Ether investment products have totaled $357.4 million this year. Investments in multi-asset crypto funds rose by $4.3 million last week, bringing the year-to-date total to $201.3 million. As of today, Grayscale is the single largest digital asset manager with a whopping $27 billion under management. Almost all of Grayscale's assets are put into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, commonly referred to as GBTC. Crypto assets have been in a protracted downtrend for much of 2022, unable to escape the gravitational pull of the traditional financial markets. BTC price endured 9 consecutive weekly declines, the longest in history, as investor sentiment entered a prolonged period of extreme fear on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. They have a picture of that right here. Bitcoin closed at $29,900 on Sunday, narrowly avoiding its 10th down week in a row. The $450 increase from the previous week is minimal, but it keeps the cryptocurrency from experiencing an extended period of decline. Institutional investors appear to be buying Bitcoin even as prices dip, which could be a positive sign for the future of digital currency. According to CoinShares report, a Canadian Bitcoin exchange-traded fund operated by Purpose Investments bought thousands of BTC last month. By May 13th, the Purpose Bitcoin ETF had registered its highest ever Bitcoin holdings at 41,600 in BTC. And they have a chart of that here. Jan Wustenfield put that out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are buying Bitcoin while it's on sale. So take a look at your assets and see if that's something you want to get into. Certic shares security tips following third BAYC security compromise in 6 months. BAYC, a popular NFT project, suffered its third security compromise this year on June 4th. Over 142 ETH worth $250,000 were stolen after hackers gained access to a BAYC community manager's Discord account. The hackers posted a message with a link to a fake website, which is how they were able to steal the NFTs. The link advertised a limited time free NFT giveaway to users who connected their wallets. However, hackers were able to access these wallets and drain them of their NFTs. This has happened on 2 occasions in April, and a total of 91 NFTs have been stolen, worth over $1.3 million at the time of the second attempt. As explained by blockchain security firm Certic, hackers quickly moved stolen funds from the obfuscation platform Tornado Cash, making it impossible to trace any further flow of funds on the blockchain. In a statement to Cointelegraph, sources at Certic explained that however legitimate the project may seem, NFT holders should also be highly suspicious of anyone claiming to offer free assets, as these can often be phishing attacks. Certic wrote that in the case of the June 4th attack, the malicious carbon copy site had some small differences. Firstly, there were no links to social media sites on the phishing site. There was also an added tab titled Claim Free Land that specifically targeted popular NFT projects. As a precautionary measure, it is recommended that crypto enthusiasts look for subtle peculiarities on sites, as they are frequently an indicator of malicious activity. At the very least, users engaging with such giveaways should always make an effort to confirm the legitimacy of the site by comparing it with a known and confirmed site and looking for any discrepancies. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. They get excited, oh, free NFTs, a free giveaway, I'm going to jump on. It looks legit enough. So I'm sorry to anyone who was part of that hack. Hopefully you can, get your NFT collection back up and running soon. Last but not least here, Avalanche price eyes 30% jump in June with AVAX's classic bullish reversal pattern. The AVAX token from Avalanche appears to be continuing its rebound move as it paints a classic bullish reversal pattern. The double bottom pattern occurs when the price reaches a support level, rebounds, and then corrects after finding a resistance level. The price then pulls back towards the previous support before bouncing back towards the resistance level to achieve a breakout. Since May 27th, AVAX's price trends have appeared to follow the pattern of a double bottom formation. Specifically, the AVAX USD pair on the 4-hour chart has bounced twice after testing the same support level near $22.25 and is now eyeing a breakout above its resistance level, also called the neckline, near $27.50. If AVAX breaks above $27.50, the upside target would be at length equal to the maximum distance between the double bottom support and neckline levels. The Avalanche token is on track to reach $35, up 30% from June's price. AVAX currently trades at a price that is 82% lower than its all-time high of $151, which was reached in November 2021. Multiple consolidation channels were formed during the correction, but the AVAX USD pair broke out of them, extending the downtrend further. This could spoil the bullish scenario that has been outlined. AVAX has been consolidating inside a channel since May 2022, fluctuating between falling trendline resistance and horizontal trendline support. When placed together, these trend lines form a descending triangle, which traditional analysts consider a continuation pattern. There is a possibility that AVAX could break out of the descending triangle in the near future with a bias towards the downside. In a perfect scenario, the token could fall by the same amount as the height of the descending triangle, starting from the breakout point. That puts AVAX's descending triangle near $13.25, which is almost 50% below June 6th price. So that is just some technical for you for Avalanche. Make sure to always do your own research before you do any trading or investing, especially in this time. Look at your guys' portfolio, see if you want to add new coins. This may be a great time. I mean, we believe so, but always do your own research. We don't give any financial advice, just our own opinion. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment on what you want to see in a future video, and we'll see you next time.